Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and good night, Twitch chat. And welcome back to Let Us Play. I'm your host, Father Evan. It's good to be back with y'all today. Back with another Retro Tuesday, more Mario 64. Hoping we can get enough stars to beat Bowser today. But before we dive in, just want to say thank you to Dark Druids Vale for the follow. Welcome, Dark Druids, to the channel. Glad to have you here. Oh, there's some classic music.
Okie dokie.
Let's make it a little louder. So we have 50 stars. We need 10 more to get into Bowser's domain. And there are several worlds that we have not fully explored. In fact, TikTok Clock and Rainbow Ride we haven't even done. I mean, we did Rainbow Ride for like a minute last time, but that was just to show it off, and then fail. Talk to me, Toad.
There's something strange about the clock as you jump inside. Watch the position of the big hand.
Hey, Kit. Good to see ya. Hope you're having a good day.
Here we go.
Another power star. What was Toad just like holding onto that? I see no way this could go poorly. I'm so bad at controlling the glide cap. Oh! Whoops. It's cold today, but it's supposed to be 65 to 70 this weekend. Nice. You know, for the era, Peach's Castle felt quite large. It doesn't quite feel that big anymore. Ow. Roll into the cage. Okay, what did we get? Okay, we got everything slowed down. Or normal? I think everything's normal. So depending on when you enter, where the minutes hand is, it can be slow, normal, fast, or stopped with everything. Okay, this is slowed for sure. Mario, that's not— no! Okay, that's fine. Here we go! Oh yeah, it's Mario time. Yeah, it is. How you doing, Jimothy Peppers? Good to see ya. What am I trying to do? Pit and the Pendulums. Fulfilling your manly urge to dig a hole. Are you digging a hole in your yard? Are you planting something, or are you just digging holes? Good to see you, Gale. Whoop. I thought you could wall jump off of that. This is also your least favorite level? That's fair. It is a bit of an obnoxious one. Was that the correct way to do it? Probably not. You dug out irrigation shutoff valve 4 feet because the access hatch was filled with dirt and debris. Well, that's probably good that you cleared it out. Ooh, next Wet Dry World is obnoxious. Wet Dry World is my least favorite, I think. You weren't able to properly shut it off over the winter, so frost blew out your backflow preventer. Oof, that's rough. That sounds like extra work. That's home ownership. Yes, yes it is. It's that or paying someone to take care of it. No, Mario! I thought if I was forward, I'd be safe. I was not.
Mamma mia!
Athletic is such... By the way, that's the name of the track, if I'm remembering correctly, is Athletic. But it's such a high-energy track. For a level where you're really just, like, standing around a lot. No, Lakitu, leave me alone! Star just sitting over there in the distance. Don't even know if that's the star we're headed towards. I don't know if this is the right direction, but this is the direction I'm going. I didn't think I was going to make it back onto the carpet, if I'm entirely honest. Dear camera, please don't. Just don't. Hey, look, it's that one level from Super Smash Brothers. Shoot. No, 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 no. Okay, we can recover from this. We can't recover from this. All those camera angles just like completely
Mamma mia.
really kind of screwed me up there. Thread the needle into death. Yeah. Well, here. I have some candy I'm gonna celebrate with. Me, who's tired of this whole... I'm tired of this, Grandpa. 64 cameras, the worst in gaming history. It's... no, there are worse. But I'm willing to give it a pass because it was one of the first, like, more experimental open ones. Anyway, this candy I have is Poltorindo. It's on the candy wheel. It's a flavor I haven't tried yet. It's extra picante, extra spicy. And it has this wonderful warning that has 3 kinds of ingredients that are above a recommended value. So, you know, here's to spicy candy. Oh, that's a slow burn. That is a slow burn. That is building up. Earthworm Jim has a physical camera that can block your progress to doors. Oof. You know, this extra spicy candy is, well, it's interesting because it's mostly something I'm feeling in my throat more than anything else. Might be good for a sore throat, though. UDM's partner made tasty hot sauce for D&D last night. Sounds fun. Also slow burn. But me and the wizard were hollering after a couple of tacos. Spicy tacos for D&D. Please don't disappear, carpet. I need you. Nope, nope. Well, at least we can get back on the carpet. I don't like that Mario does not have the momentum of the carpet. Like when he jumps, it keeps moving, but he just stays where he is. No, Mario. Whew, that was close. 90s video game physics. Yeah. I mean, 3D was a whole wide new world. It was kind of crazy. Anyway, Kit has asked for a Rota. And it's John, where Christ is saying, I am the true bread. And I read a great reflection many years ago by Orthodox nun. Her name's Sister Vasa. She does daily reflections. And on that, she actually did a reflection on how the things of sin are a food of sorts, in that they do feed us for a moment, but it's not lasting. It's like the equivalent of a really nice gourmet meal for, Christ, or junk food. And I think that really helped throw into relief. Not even relief, just gave some depth of, sometimes the sinful thing is not completely without substance. She said it much better than I could, but... Why did you eat expired Taco Bell, Jimothy? But you're right.
Mamma mia.
What criteria do I use for retro? Really whatever I feel like it. A lot of it is basically, did I play this as a kid? So, yeah, something like Star Trek. Not Star Trek. StarCraft could actually be on Retro Tuesday on my list. But for me, I grew up with Nintendo consoles, so that's really what is most retro for me. And I'm still like an avid collector of Super Nintendo games. It was expired what they gave to you. That's not good. Why are they giving out expired food? I mean, I know it's Taco Bell, but still. What? I was trying to turn around to punch that bomb, and I got pushed off the edge.
Mamma mia.
Yep, that's Sister Vasa. American Orthodox nun, wound up at a university in Austria. She writes really good daily reflections. I still get them. Bad part of town. Oh, and on top of that, it was a canceled meeting. That's not a bad day. That's a bad week. I'm sorry. I hope it got better after that. This is not, in fact, the next star, but it's the one I felt like doing. Sometimes turning Mario around is one of the hardest things in this game. Or apparently just making it up that one little ledge there. Ow. Ow. Excuse me. Excuse me? Mario, do not drift. Super Mario RPG on Retro Tuesday? Probably not on Retro Tuesday, but it could be on RPG Monday. There's a bishop from the Philippines called Cardinal Sin. Oh, that's terrible. I'm sorry for him. But that is also funny. No. But I do have the cartridge of Super Mario RPG. When will Cardinal Virtue and Cardinal Sin meet up? There we go. That's what I needed to do. Okay, just one more, and it's right down here.
Here we go.
I think it's enough of that world for a while. I'm gonna go hide in the basement. Ow! Oh, step 0! Welcome, Rotida! We've already roted it, but I'd be happy to rot it again. The quick and short version of it, though. So in the gospel today, Christ says, I am the true bread, you know, given from heaven, that if you eat of me, you will not hunger. And we can think sometimes of sin as being like all good or all bad, or well, sin is all bad, but it's more complicated and nuanced than that. And sin has a value, does have a way in which it feeds us in the moment, but not in a lasting way, like Christ does. How are you doing today, Sub-Zero? If this candy is extra spicy, I'm curious what their definition is. It's not really that spicy. It's like a dull throbbing. It's nice. I like it. I'd eat it again. I will eat it again. The day is uneventful. There you go. It is an day. It is perfectly cromulent. I don't know if I need this, but I'm gonna grab it for now for fun. And almost slide off. When the drums kick in for the song, it's just perfection. Yeah. They may not have known what they were doing with cameras at the time, but the music, ooh. These are completely out of sync now. There we go. I thought those were going to line up different. It's that calm Donkey Kong music effect. It can be a very strenuous level with lots of precise timing and figuring out where you're going. It's got this relaxing music, so you just don't care. Are you serious? We were right there. Destroyed by the lack of depth perception. Take it nice and easy. I did not think I was actually going to catch that on the way back, but... Here we go! Through the jet stream? Well, I'm guessing that means it's time to get Metal Mario Cap? Okay, so there's a star there for the invisible cap. Oh, consarn it, I didn't know that was going to take me outside the level. Hey, Fused X-Man! I'm doing well, how about yourself? Welcome to the channel. Now, since we're here, we only need 4 stars. We don't have to get hard ones. Consarn it. Glad to have you here. Yeah, I hate controlling Wing Cap, Mario. Blast away the wall. I'm trying to think what blast away the wall is. I don't remember. I mean, I guess we could get to the top. At least we'll have a good look there. Get inside the castle at the top. Okay. I mean, that's usually what the answer is in this world. Walmart Mario because no Cappy. What would Cappy look like in Mario 64, like, mechanics-wise? Like, I'm sure someone's modded it in. Write down the red coins. So I'm wondering if it's down here somewhere. You have to get the bullet bill to chase you into the wall of the tower. Oh. That could make sense. Let's take the expressway. That worked out surprisingly well. Yeah, I remember there is something with the bullet bill chasing you. Oh well, I'm not gonna bother with that for now. Can I? Yeah, okay. Jolly Roger Bay, Cool Cool Mountain. Yeah, let's go to Cool Cool Mountain. We got a couple stars there we can do.
Let's go.
I just want to make sure there's no surprise red coins up here. I'll have to come back for. Same as athletic, yeah, I guess it, yeah. Variations on a theme, I guess. The fact that I'm only at 3 red coins and I'm at the bottom has me worried. You have no red coin. Okay, we just need one more. So where is it? Or I slide off in a weird way. Hey, Duke of Pizza, good to see ya. Let's go, indeed. Let's go to another level. Big Goose Haunt, Hazy Maze Cave. Let's go to Shifting Sandland. I like Shifting Sandland. You'll be in and out. Hey, it's all good. Good to see ya. You take care. So, Duke, during your trip to New York and consumption of much pizza, did you have a particular favorite pizza from the city? Hot-footed into the volcano. I can do that. Just under the Brooklyn Bridge. That sounds appropriate. That sounds like New York's finest. Didn't intend to do that, but I'll take it. Grimaldi's. Oh, I have heard of Grimaldi's, yes. No, Mario, why did you do that? My Mario does the thing I do not want to do, and it does not do the thing I want it to do. New York pizza is different from what you're used to? Well, I'm sorry that you're not used to the best pizza. Did Anna teach you the proper folding technique for New York slices? Again, with the... Is there another... Where are you going to take me, platform? You had intuited the folding method long ago. Well, that's good. As is befitting of the Duke.
Game over.
Everything was bad and then it got worse.
Okie dokie.
So I don't think I'm going to become a Super Mario 64 speedrunner anytime soon. It's just a hunch. Also, why does Peach's basement have so much verdigris? Like, why is it made out of copper? Why speedrun when you can take your time? Take that, speedrunners.
Let's go.
I don't know, I've thought about doing some speedruns on certain games, but ones that I am far more familiar with. And for me, I actually really admire speedrunning because it's really an emergent gameplay. It's like... That was bad. It's kind of asking the question of, how can I play this game so incredibly incorrectly that it goes fast? Oh, there's a heart right there that would have... That'll refill your health. Oh. I can't see it because it's red against a red background. But I also think you're right, Duke. Like, I think there is a value of taking a game slow and enjoying yourself, like doing side quests or... you know, exploring the world. The angle of that jump is just ever so wrong. To know a game so well you can speedrun it does say something. Yeah. Although I've always wanted to, like, learn to speedrun a game that I've never played. You know, it's kind of like the guy who won the French Scrabble tournament who doesn't speak French. Okay. Okay. This is okay. Yeah, look it up. He basically just memorized high-scoring words from a French dictionary and how to spell them. Although I think if I were to honestly speedrun a game, one of my top... Probably the one I'd really want to do is, actually Adventure Time, Hey Ice King, Why'd You Steal Our Garbage? That game is honestly a bit of an amazing game.
Let's go.
The guy got bored of winning English Scrabble, memorized the French Scrabble dictionary. Yep. How am I supposed to stand atop that one? I literally do not remember. Well, thank you for the boost in speed. Not like that.
Mamma mia!
I don't want to do that one. Little Mario can move. Hey, we can actually do this one now that we have the actual metal cap. I cleared that. I object. This is suddenly a Phoenix Wright stream. Objection.
Let's go.
Because now as Metal Mario, you can move through the gas and not be poisoned. Although I don't remember where I'm supposed to go. Is door up here if I can get to it. And we've already been here. So not that door. There are others. Leave me alone, sniff it. That's the way I came in. Well, that's the way I came in. Help! The maze is living up to its name. This leads to that slide that leads us just back to the previous room. Maybe this is even where I'm supposed to go. Maybe I'm supposed to go to the bottom of the, This is the point of the game where I don't know all the stars nearly as well. Although there's one... Tall Mountain, we only have one star. Surely we could get 3 stars here. That's all we need. 3 stars, and then we can go beat Bowser. Mystery of the monkey cage. There's a monkey in it. Mystery solved. It's not very mysterious. No, it's not. I suppose you could say something... I don't know, use it with like high... I feel like there's a joke there to be made about high schoolers. The Trinity is better mystery. Amen. No, no. Just roll the other way. Thank you. Good enough. Ow. I don't trust you, weird-looking cloud. Is that the monkey cage? I love that you can see the stitching of the... of the textures. Monkey. Actually, no, I wanted to dive. Yeah, that's what I wanted to do, but... Oh, wow, let me go, Kiki. It was only teasing, can't you take a joke? I'll tell you what, let's trade. If you let me go, I'll give you something really good. Okay, we'll free him. What if the real mystery was the monkeys we made along the way? Ee-hee-hee-hee-hee-hee-hee. I mean, I think it still stands.
Here we go! Let's go!
Mushrooms and red coins, you say, but what if I ignored that? Because I saw one in the waterfall. You jerk! Nope. Whoop. Yes. Perfectly normal human noises. Ow. What? Why did Mario just let go of the ledge like that? I'm confused and worried. I thought maybe I could get into the cloud, but apparently not. Kit has redeemed a father joke. Well, this one's a bit of a riddle. What's as big as an elephant, but weighs nothing at all? It's Shadow. I long jumps. Give me back my... No! I grabbed you first and then you took my hat. You're cheating. And... oh, I'm not dead. Oh my... yes, Duke? Do you have something you'd like to share with the rest of the class? Well, yeah, I mean, a shadow is as big as the elephants. You can't? Well, it's pretty elementary, I think. Okay, I can't grab that ledge, apparently. No, 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 that's okay. First things first, I need to take care of this fly guy. Get. Wait, I have no health.
Mamma mia!
And I still don't have a hat. I actually still have to get the hat back from the monkey. Going to ignore the monkey for now. The monkey is a thief! Well, yes. Unfortunately, I don't think a monkey can be held in trial in court, so... Too low.
Mamma mia! Let's go!
No, yeah, unfortunately, there's no ballistic tables for the cannon. There's not even really much to help you gauge distance, honestly. Kit has cheered with 300 bits! Oh, that's terrifying, because that's a spin on the wheel of terrible candy. Let me get to the monkey. Let me get my hat back, and then we'll celebrate with terrible candy. I don't want to just dive off the edge trying to get my hat back. Oh, I grabbed that monkey. Where did the monkey go? It respawned. Okay, good. Yeah, you've already prepared the cannon for me. I have to slide it back down. This monkey is being maximally rude. Monkey! You know what? I know another way to deal with this. Reset. While we're doing that, we'll spin the wheel. Enchilocas.
It's me, Mario! Hello!
So Enchilocas is the spicy mango tamarind candy that's an orb. Is orb. It's very sticky. I do like mango. This does not taste like mango. It tastes like salt and tamarind. Salty tamarind. Oh, there's the mango. Oh, that's an interesting combination of flavors. That spice is in the throat. Woo!
Hegel.
I can feel my ears draining. Is that a normal reaction to candy? Asking for a friend. Whew. Yeah, that's a good kick. That's actually spicier than the extra spicy. Are you serious?
Mamma mia.
Yeah, that's actually more spicy than the extra spicy candy. Which is interesting.
Hegel.
It's got some kick. You know, maybe I could have been a voice actor, but unfortunately I can only do terrible voices. I didn't want to dive, but I'm okay. You can't do voices consistently. That's fair. I am loath to admit how much time I have spent practicing my Mickey Mouse voice. Okay, there's the last one. No, oh. How realistic is the TV show Father Ted? Not very and very at the same time. It's kind of terrifying. Oh, that was close. I thought I overshot and I was trying to bring it back in. That was almost a mistake. But we need one more star. And I know where to get one.
Hegel.
Mysterious Mountains. Oh, I think I remember this one. There's like a panel up above that's like a part of the mountain is treated like a painting in the castle. Stay away. No! Monkey, stay away. We are done with your hat stealing shenanigans. Ow. Good enough. You know what? We're moving on. I thought it was that square. Jimmy, I'm so sorry. I don't know what it is about you, but Moobot does not like you. I am so sorry. But good to see you. No, I don't want death. Why am I spammed? I don't know. I don't know what Moobot has out for you. It took me right back to here. That's brilliant. Oh, I don't have to climb the mountain again. No, it was literally just one message. I don't know.
Mamma mia!
Maybe I thought you had too many emotes or something? I don't know. Nope, 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 nope.
Mamma mia!
Fortunately, I get a 1-up every time I start this level, so... Right, your other right! Oh, I thought I was supposed to go east. See, the problem is I'm trying to pull back on my speed, but then I don't have enough speed to actually go up and over the hill.
Mamma mia!
I could always go Snurth. I'd rather not go Snurth. Once you go Snurth, you never go back. Once you go Snurth, you never reverse. Revert? Once you go Snurth, you never revert. Snorth. That's not much better. In fact, I think that's worse. Snurth sounds like Perth at least.
Mamma mia!
And then I can pretend I'm headed to Australia. You know, I guess this game is just trying to teach me the virtue of persistence. Oh! Oh! Why did Mario just start auto-running there? That was weird. What about west or east? Well, I think Patrick taught us in grade school it was west. Why is Mario's physics so weird here? What is going on with my controller? I did not touch jump. I did not touch camera. Is my controller faulty? I sure hope not. It's not that old. It's only like a year old. Maybe 2 years. It's got full battery. Okay, everything's returned to normal.
Here we go!
was so weird. Bluetooth, am I right? Alright, let's go beat up Bowser. I'm a coming, princess. Is there a microwave running nearby? You know, there could actually be. I need 70 stars. Oh, I thought it was 60. Huh. I don't think we're defeating Bowser today. Watch out for my pacemaker. I have a pacemaker? This is news to me. Oh, I think I know what this one is. Whirl from the freezing pond. Yeah, that's not high enough to get up there. Guess I gotta do a long stream today to make up for being out of town Thursday. I wish, but I have a meeting at 4. Ah! I thought jumping on it would make me bounce, but apparently not if you're in the water. Okay, well, we're not getting that one now, because, those two guys are gone. Did we already defeat the bully? I feel like we already defeated the bully. I'm trying to think of easy courses I can do. I'm coming up goose eggs. Okay, so you've already prepared the cannon, which is over there. Right. West to the stone pillar. Oh, okay. Blast to that pillar so we can grab it up top, and then jump over and there's a, star. Easy, right? Right? Should be on Popra. Is that Canadian paper? Okay, so we grabbed onto it, but we grabbed slightly... I think we hit right on the edge of where it's acceptable to grab and not grab. Fortunately, there's all this water, so even when we screw up, we are safe. Because there are no repercussions of being blasted out of a cannon at high speed into water, right? And we overshot. Mario, please let go. We need to get back to the cannon. It's so touchy, I can't fine maneuver it. I had it. Good enough. First try.
Here we go!
No, I will not be accepting further questions. Let's go to Boo's house. Let's go find some Boo's clues. Seek the 8 red coins. Seek them, mortal. Find them if you dare. Oh, look, it's a normal piano. Perfectly ordinary and not guarding a red coin at all. I backflipped so hard into a book it exploded. I don't know how, but I'll accept it. Yeah, that takes care of the lower level. Ow. Ow. Not where I'm looking to go. Hey, Boo. I'm concerned about these giant eyes. Are they being properly watered? Are you caring for them? I don't think there's gonna be 3 in this room. Ah, there we are. Just don't fall into the obvious pit. Here we go! Big Boo's balcony. Well, if fighting a Big Boo is a good enough boss battle twice, why not do it a 3rd time? So there's a balcony over this way. How do I get to said balcony? I figured the invisible cap was going to be part of it. It's the room with sarcophagi. Yeah, I'm confused. So I feel like I've been everywhere in this house. I don't remember any balcony other than that one. Maybe I have to approach it from outside. Anyone in Twitch chat know? I do not remember this one at all. Out of your depth? That's okay. We'll find another course. Have no idea what to do there. Let's go, well, Shifting Sands, I only kind of know what to do. Let's go back to Dire Docks. I quite like Dire Docks. I suppose I could do the previous Bowser fight areas as well and get their red coins, because each of those is a star. Oh, I remember why I left this one. Because I accidentally teleported out of the level. Oh, okay. You don't have to be Metal Mario, but dang, does Metal Mario make it easy. Looks like the game just wants me to keep swimming through them because it reset the counter. That's obnoxious, because the camera is gonna fight me on this. Also, the fact that Mario doesn't swim straight down, kind of swims in at an angle. This one seems too painful. Fortunately, because apparently being invisible also makes you immaterial to certain things. We can get that one.
Here we go! Let's go!
I'm going to ignore that one for now. There's another... I think it's in this level. There's one, like, aquatic level where there's this really random, just, like, miniature town hidden away. It might be Wet Dry World. In fact, I think it is Wet Dry World. I want to go find that level. I don't know, I find it just really funny.
Let's go!
Secrets in the shallows and in the skies. Yeah, see this giant pillar of metal. I think if you can get up into the top, you can swim down there, yeah. I hate the camera noise. by the way. That's a personal pet peeve of mine in Mario 64 is the zooming in and out noise. Oh, this was a hard one. Hey, Churro, good to see ya. Yeah, this is it's gonna be a tricky one. That's for darn sure. So, how you doing today, Churro? Nope, not the one I'm looking for. I was hoping that was just coins, actually. No! I was trying to jump over you. Leave me alone. Oh, there you are. So how do I actually talk to you? You're all the way up there. How do I raise... I need to raise the water level. Doing well? I'm doing well as myself, too. Just kind of enjoying some nice post-Easter normalcy. Not quiet. There's still a lot going on, but, you know, it's not like the high holy days and all of their wondrousness and also busyness. I saw the other day you were checking out a new MOBA, it looked like. I was only really lurking for a bit, but... Yeah, nope! Wasn't really your thing. What is this normally you speak of? I don't know. It's pipe dream, really. Gotta lurk for a bit. Thank you for the lurk. Good to see you, Churro. Whoop, no. Like, how do I get into there? I know there's a way. I feel like I'm missing a raising of the water level by one more. Maybe I need to look for something down below. I mean, it is... This one is all about the mysteries of the aboves and belows. Is there an even lower water level? I thought there was one where it was fully drained. Maybe this is as low as it goes. Oh, that just counted off. Aha, there's the lower level. There's an ominous pit down there. I want to get to it. Okay, so I think I'm supposed to move X amount of these gray blocks for this one, just based on... Okay, apparently that was the third block. So now I don't even know what I'm supposed to be looking for. Apparently this level is mess around with things and find out what makes noise. Thank you for actually doing what I wanted. Nope, get away! Ow. Rude. Okay, but that's not one, unless it's... Okay, but that's also not one of them. How am I supposed to know what I'm looking for if it isn't consistent? Bad Roxy has redeemed a father joke. Shoot, I think I had one. Did I tell the joke about deja vu yet?
Here we go!
We did it! We figured out the secrets. The very obtuse secrets, I might add. Go to town for the red coins. Yeah, see, here's the one. Seems familiar. I know, right? So I think I need the cannon to do this one, because I think that's why the tube is there, to help you aim. Ow. No, Mario, just stand on the edge, please. Hold on, I'm gonna look this up. Oh, yeah. I forgot there's a little feature in Wet Dry World. Depending on the height at which you enter the painting, affects the starting water level. Nope. Ah! Dingo's fed kidneys. I
Let's go.
was trying to triple jump there and... Mario did not cooperate. Too far away that time. Hopefully that's enough.
Let's go.
Yeah, I think that'll be enough. Let's go check on the cannon guy. Yeah, he's still... Ow. Because... Oh yeah, see, we are slightly higher where that diamond is. Which is the highest I can figure out to raise the level. Aha! We did it, team. We got there. Well, it looks like we didn't even need the cannon after all. We just need to be able to jump up like that. And behold, there's a model town here. Oh, I thought that was raise lower the water level thing. I don't know what that did. Camera? Camera? Sometimes this camera can be very frustrating to control. Lakitu has a mind of his own. I wonder. No, that doesn't do anything around there either. What's that supposed to be doing? Are you serious, Mario? Come on. I'm gonna do this. Because I don't know how to climb the rest of the town here. But I know how to get into this. Which is less helpful than I thought. Oh, now the camera's being extra bad. Oh, I didn't want that. Or did I? I don't even know anymore. Because I feel like these two are intertwined. The fact that you can press on this. I feel like it should make a... It does. It makes a platform right there. Oh, you can barely see it. Okay, we're going to get that star and call it a day. Look, we have 64 stars. It's Mario 64. What more do you want? Come on, game. So let me go fight Bowser. No. Stop. Mario gets stuck to the wall sometimes. Like he Velcros himself to it.
Here we go!
It's very frustrating. But we did it. We got there. And we're going to call it there for the day because I got to get ready for my meeting in 5 minutes. So, thank you so much for tuning in to Let Us Play. I've been your host, Father Evan. It's been good to be with you for another Retro Tuesday. We'll be back next week. Well, there won't be a stream Thursday. There won't be a stream Monday. There'll be a stream next Tuesday. I'm going out of town. I'm going to go visit my folks. So, you know, it's hard to stream from an airplane. But yeah, we'll be back with more Mario 64, and we'll definitely be beating Bowser next week. We're 5 stars away. I believe in us. But then next Thursday, we'll be doing more of the Bible Exodus for Spirituality Thursday. And remember, on May 4th, we are going to be doing the bonus stream. More details to follow on exact time. Haven't made up my mind on that yet. But to celebrate May the 4th and 200 followers, we're going to do the SNES Madness. It should be a fun time. Just a good stream, just kind of chilling with some fun games. You keep believing it's part of your job. Well, yeah, but I believe in us, especially. Anyway, but I hope everyone has a great rest of their day and a great weekend since I won't see you Thursday. So let's see who's live, who I can go raid. I'm going to send you over to K-Max. He's doing some Octopath Traveler. I feel like we haven't raided him in a while, so. When you get there, give the classic raid call of the Father Meep. It seems to be our raid call, and I'm okay with that. So, all right, y'all take care, and God bless.